Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where I train future civil and structural engineer. My name is Justice Onwaka and I am your instructor. Today, I will be showing you how to perform a structural design for a 16-story building having a swimming pool at the top of the building. Okay, so right now as you can see, this is a structural plan for a 16-story building. And also you can also see that these are the plans here from the ground floor all the way down to this is the 13th to 14th floor, and all the way down to the roof plan, as you can see it here. And at the roof plan here, there is a swimming pool at the top of the roof here, which if you look at the view here, you also see the swimming pool here, as you can see it here, because here is the area of the swimming pool. Now I'll be showing you the full structural design of this 16-story hotel building having swimming pool at the top. But before then, we have some special announcement we are meant to make, and that is that we are giving out 50% discount to all our courses and also to our mentorship class. So if in case you have been finding it difficult to enroll for our Ekidel mentorship class, this month of September we are giving 50% discount off for everyone that wants to enroll for our mentorship class. And on that mentorship class, we will be able to train you specially. So if maybe you are interested to engage or to be a part of this 50% off, you can check the link down below this video description or check on this video comment section, and you will see a pinned comment, and on that place you'll be able to see the link for you to gain the 50% discount for our special mentorship training on designs of structures, okay, and also on detailing. So there are two different kind of training. Either you enroll for the design, or you enroll for on especially for detailing, okay. So right now this video series will be basically a series, because knowing that this is a 16-story hotel building, it will take longer time for us to finish it up. So we will be following it up every 2 days. We are going to be dropping these videos until we are done with the design of this building of 16-story building, okay. And then also we are going to drop the CAD file at this video description. So if maybe you want to follow up this video very well to the ending, I will say that you should get the CAD file so that you can be able to follow up and then appreciate what we are doing on this 16-story building. Basically, this building has a lot of experience to give each and every one of you, either young engineer or even a professional engineer that is trying to design high-rise building. You will be able to design like only this swimming pool here at the top here. That should give you an experience on how to design a swimming pool at the top of the roof of a high-rise building, and also other kind of special things that are involved in the design. And also we will be using a pie foundation for this structure, okay. This training is completely free, okay. So but there are some things we might not be able to say during the design because of time, and also because we want to reduce this video duration so that we not waste much time. So that is why you have to enroll if you want to enroll on our Ekidel mentorship class, and we are giving out 50% discount for that just for this month of September, okay. So right now let's now begin for the design of this structure of this 16-story building, okay. So the first thing to do when you are given a building plan is to first of all study your building plan, which I have said over and over again on my videos. And then once you study your building plan, the next thing to do is to begin your structural framing, which simply means GA, and GA simply means general arrangement drawing, and that simply means where you have to place all your grid lines and then position your column points, okay. So right now on this building, just now you can see that I have already placed all my column points, as you can see that. The next thing now, I have already placed all my grid line, I can see that. The next thing I'll do right now is to now place my column points. Now before I do that, we will be using Protastructure 2022 for the design as our design software, and invariably this will be a full structural design on how to use 2022 version of Prota to design for your structures. Okay, so once you're done placing your grid lines, as you can see, I have placed all my grid lines on all my plans. I can see that right now. The next thing now is to place your column points. Now when it comes to high-rise building, remember when I was teaching you for a one-story building, I said that you should try every possible means to hide your columns in between your walls. But when it comes to high-rise building, for high-rise building, you might not require that, because high-rise building requires bigger columns. So your columns are permitted to come out, like to come out from your walls. They are so much permitted. Okay, so right now, knowing that right now, I will now move on to now activate my column layer. Now I have told you before, if you're using Protastructure as your design software, the first thing you must do is to create layer and title it column, and create a name again and title it what? Grid. You can see right now I have a grid line here. So with this now, I'll quickly select this my axis here, right click and then select what's similar and activate it to be a grid layer, a grid layer name. So I'll come here and choose grid and make sure everything here should be by layer, which is on this place by color by layer, and on this place again here by layer, which is the line type, and this place here the line type by layer, line by layer. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can see that all our grid lines now are now on grid line layer. Okay, on grid layers. Okay, so right now to now begin to now place our column, the first thing I'll do is to go and activate my column layer. So I'll come here and then choose column here and make my column here, and then make sure everything here should be by layer. Now once I have done that, now then I told you before again that to create your columns, when you are exporting your plan to Protastructure, the first thing you do is to do what? Use polyline to create your column, or rectangle. So you can use a rectangle icon or polyline to create a column. So right now I'll be using the rectangle icon to create my column. So I'll click on rectangle right now, and then I'll click on any space here. And to create my columns now, the first thing I'll do is to type my column width and my column breadth. Okay, so doing that now, I want my column dimension to be 600 by 600, because this is a high-rise building. So I want to have I want to assume my column size to be what? 600 by, so I'll press tab 600. Okay, and that is it. So right now this now becomes my column here. As you can see that if I dimension this column now, you can see that this column now becomes 600 by 600. So basically when you're dealing with a high-rise building, you should deal with a bigger columns, because that will be able to carry the load of the structure very well. Okay, so again now I will now come here. Let me just activate my my line weight, because this line weight is meant to be thick. So let line weight, and I'll come here right now and click on what display here, and I'll say okay. Okay, that's fine. So I will now move this column right now just near to this place here. Now it is good to insert your column at the midpoint of your grid lines. So I will quickly move this column now from this point here, and then move it to the center of my grid line here. So I want to have my first column here. So I have now established my first column point here. Now when it comes to column positioning, I have said it over and over again on my videos. If you are a young engineer, make sure you guide yourself that your column distance should be between 6 meters and below, and not above that. Okay, so I'll come again here right now and then place here. So but when you have experienced a lot, you can now begin to now place your columns up to 8 meters, 10 meters and thereabouts, but no more than 11.5 meters. Okay, or in fact I would advise no more than 10 meters or 10.5 meters. Okay, for concrete structures. But for steel, you can just exceed that. Okay, and I'll come again here and then place another one here. I have a grid line. Let me take this off. This shouldn't be a line for me. I'll take it off right now. Okay, and I'll come again here, click here, copy this. Now you can see that. Okay, now you can see that basically I am meant to do my structural framing at the ground floor or at the first floor. Okay, so I was doing it here on the second floor here. So I'll quickly remove all my columns for this. I'll quickly just select it right now and then move it to my ground floor. I'll move it right now. I'll just say enter, and move it from this place here. So always begin your framing from your ground floor. Okay, so I'll come here right now and then put my column points here. Okay, so it is right to begin your framing on your ground floors. Okay, now I'll copy again my column again now, CP or CO, from this point now, from the column center point, which is here. That means this grid here is not at the center of the column. Let me put it back there. Okay, that should be here. Okay, so I'll copy this now, this column now, copy the column now, and then move it to the center to all my grids. I want my column again at this point here. I want a column here, and also at this place here. So I'll just begin to place my columns now on the places which I want my columns to be. Alright. Okay, so again, I'll copy again from here and then place around here. Now, if you can see that we have a lift here. This symbol here simply means a lift. So since there's a lift here, there will be a reinforced concrete wall around the lift. Okay, so whenever you have your lift, always provide a reinforced concrete wall around the lift. Okay, so that means that we are going to provide a grid lines for this lift and then insert our walls when we are doing the structural modeling on the software Protastructure 2022. So I'll come again and click here, and then also click here also, and I'll come again and place my column here, this point here, and also at this point here. Okay, and also at this point here. Okay, and also at this point here, and also I'll place again at this point here, and also at this point here. Okay, and then you can see that I have done placing my columns now. Now, once you're done placing your columns on the ground floor should be the place where you're meant to do your GA. Now, once you're done placing your column on the ground floor, you have to remove everything that is not necessary and everything that is not a structural element. Okay, so right now, if you look at this place here is basically not a structural element. This is just a place for flowers and all that. As you can see it here on the first floor here, it is not on this place here. So the first thing to do once you're done placing your column is to make what they call column superimposing. You have to copy your column from the ground floor to all other floors to make sure that the column points are not interfering to any kind of to like disturb the people using the structure. So right now I'll come here, click on my column, right click, and I'll say what? Select similar. So it will pick all the columns now, and I'll just say CP or COC, which means copy, and I'll copy right now from a reference point of this grid here, and I'll go and paste it on all my stories to make sure I'll paste it again here at the same point of reference. Okay, and I'll paste again here on the other floor. So make sure you paste it on all other floors to make sure that everything are looking the same, and then check if the column points which you have put on the ground floor is trying to cause obstruction on all other floors. Okay, so I'll do just that right now by placing all the columns there just now. Okay, place it here, and then place it again at the point here, and also at the 15th story here, and then at the roof here, and place it, and I'll paste this one directly here. Okay, let me just paste it there. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can now see that we have now pasted all our columns for all the floors. So let's now begin to now check if the columns are interfering on all the floors. So let's now look at the first floor here. So the first floor now, you can see all our column points. They are the good points, which is not interfering. Okay, then since this is a lift, I'll have to match properties for this lift to make sure that this lift is carrying a wall properties. So this will be a reinforced wall basically, since it's a lift. So I'll just match it right now and match this one also. Okay, so again you can now see that all our column points here on the first floor are not interfering with the people using this area, and it is not coming out on any empty space here. It is perfectly okay and well positioned. Okay, Let's now confirm again on the other side here. You can also see that this also is also perfect here, and it's okay. So you just have to check for all other stories and make sure that all your column points are directly okay and they're not interfering with any kind of like, let me say no column here is coming out on empty space like this. Let me just assume that there was a column like this now. So at the kind of thing, I can see that this place here was used as a bedroom and all that, or yeah, there's a couch here. So you can see that this column now has caused an obstruction to the people using this place. So you have to find a way to make sure you take off this column from that point. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can see that we have just done position on all our columns. Now this is a green area, and where the columns are also perfect. It's not really disturbing, so it is perfect here. So you can see that we are done placing all our columns now. Now the next thing to do right now, since all our basically, you can see that all our plans now are like typical, but not really typical, because if you look at from the elevation here, you can see that there are some features here. Here has a canopy. You can see that has a steel canopy, basically a steel canopy that can be designed separately. And also at the top here, you can see that there's a green area here, which says green roof system. Okay, and then you can also see that at the top here there is a swimming pool here, and also a green system here. And at this place here there is a different shape here. Okay, so you can see that basically each floor has different features except some floors. Okay, so right now you can now see that, let's now so knowing that all the floors now are the same, I'll be using my first floor as my as the floor which I want to use for my structural modeling. Okay, so right now that I want to use my first floor now, let's now begin to now look at what are the basic features here. So the first thing I will look at here is, what is this thing that is here? So once I look at this thing now, is this a cantilever or a what? So I have to look at this is the first floor, and I'll check that it is not also on the other floors, like from the 3rd floor to 9th floor, it is not there. So it is only on the 2nd floor and on the 1st floor. Okay, so right now I'll go and look at the 1st floor and 2nd floor. What is that? And on this place now, this tells me that this basically is this canopy here. I can see that they are having the same symbol. So is this stick canopy here, which can be either a plastic canopy and all that. So right now, knowing that this is a canopy, I can choose to go and remove it right now from my structural modeling. Okay, so I will not consider this when I'm trying to model my structure, because this can have an independent member that can carry it separately. Okay, now again I'll ask again, what is the next thing here? What is this thing here? I'll have to measure it first, and this tells me 800. To me this looks like, let me say again, this tells me 800 here, 800 here. Okay, 800 millimeter on this side, and also 800, let me see here, yeah, 800 here too. So for me this looks like a cantilever, so I'll quickly go and check on the 3D view to go and see what is there. So on this 3D view right now, you can now see that there is a cantilever here at the point here, apart from the first floor and 2nd floor. From the 3rd floor there is a cantilever, and that is where we have that symbol is from the 3rd floor here. Okay, basically from the 2nd floor here. Yes, so 2nd floor right now, let me see 2nd floor here. 2nd floor has, yes, there's a big cantilever here at the 2nd floor here. Okay, that's fine. So you can now see that there's a cantilever which serves as a balcony. You can see that, to all the people using these hotel facilities. So there's a cantilever basically from the 3rd floor, sorry, from the 2nd floor all the way down to this other place here, and it now jumped this floor to this and continued all the way down to basically to this place here. Okay, so right now that lets me know that there's a cantilever at this place, and it is typical to all the way down to the 15th floor to this place here. Yes, and also to the roof, because the roof also has it, which is basically the roof perimeter, I think so. Yes, it has it too. So basically a cantilever lies all the way down to the roof. Okay, so right now that we have known all that just now, I will now come back to my first floor here. So it's my first floor here, and then use my first floor, which is this right now, for my structural modeling. Okay, so right now I'll copy this floor now out separately, this is my first floor, and begin to prepare it now for a structural modeling. Okay, So I'll copy it out now by copying it out separately. Now copying it out now, I'll quickly remove all the things that are not necessary for as a structural framing. Okay, so this section I don't need it again. I'll remove it right now from this and take this also off, and take out this dimension line, and take out these grid bulbs, take out this also. So take out everything that are not necessary here. So I'll just take them out right now, and also take these ones off. Okay, and these grid bulbs should go off too. I don't need them, and this also should go off here. Okay, that's fine. And again, I'll take off all these seats here, so I'll take them off right. Okay, and then next again right now, I will now go and take off all these flowers that is here. I don't need them. These are flower pots that is inside the building, so I don't need them. So I'll take it off again right now. Okay, so once I'm done right now taking off all these flowers now, the next thing I'll do right now is to now look at again what is the next thing again. Take off all this. I don't need this basically. I don't. Okay, I can choose to leave all these chairs that is here. Let me take this off also. I don't need all these things here. I don't also need all these stuffs here. Let me just take this off right now. Okay, and take this off. So the whole idea is just to make your structural framing to be very, very clean. So you have to clean it off and then remove everything that are not necessary. Okay, so make sure you clean them off perfectly. Okay, and this is that one here. I don't need this one basically because these are for canopy, so I don't need it. So I'll take it off again right now, so that it will not cause confusion while I'm doing my modeling on the software Protastructure. So I'll take it off right now and then off again. Okay, and then this also should go off. Oh, that's fine. And this also should go off too. Okay, that's fine. So right now I can choose to lessen up my grid line here by just stretching it backward, stretching this backward. Okay, I'll on my auto line and keep this around here. That's fine. And I can choose to remove this dimension line that is here. Take this off also. Sorry, off. And then I can choose to stretch this out a bit from the building line. Okay, and also this one out a bit from the building. Okay, and then this also should go back a bit. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can see that we am done basically doing all that. So right now I have a lift here, and the lifts are meant to have grid lines. Okay, so I'll create a grid line right now around my lift. So I'll just find a way right now, change to my grid lines, grid, and then do a line by dividing this wall by 2 to get my perfect grid line at the center of the wall first. Okay, and I'll come again here, divide this also here. This is also the lift wall at the back here. Divide this by 2, and I'll come now and type XL. XL means for what? For grid lines, and I'll type H to create for H, and I'll click here. Okay, and take this off again, and I'll type XA again and type V for vertical, and create this here again and remove this here. Okay, so right now I am done creating my vertical grid lines for these two, and I'll come now and then trim this off. Let me just trim it off from this point here. I'll come here and trim this off from here. Okay, trim off right now from here. Okay, and remove this off. Come again here, form a line here, click this line, and then trim off this excessive one here. Okay, remove this. All right, come again here and do this for all. Okay, so right now you can see that basically I am done taking off all the things which I don't want. Now once I'm done with that, the next thing I'll do right now is now begin to create my beams, how my beams and my slabs are going to roll, and that is called basically the part of the structural framing. Okay, so let me just take this off right now, and then I'll now move on to creating my beams. Okay, I'll take this off again. Okay, so to begin to create my beams now, the first thing I'll do, I'll come here right now to layer property here and create a layer for beams. I might not write it a beam, I can just write it just B1 or anything. So I'll come here right now and then just create a layer and just type B, just B. Okay, just B1 is okay, B1, and I'll come here and then choose my color. Let me choose a red color for that, for my beams, and I'll come again here, and then my line type, and I'll choose dash for it. Dash, yes, dash, it's okay. And I'll come here right now, then close, and I'll come to this place now, and then make my B, which is the beam which I'm choosing, to be active. Now once I've done that just now, the next thing I'll do is to now begin to draw my beams, how my beams are going to run. Okay, so I want the beam right now to flow all the way down from this place, from this column, all the way down to this column here. Okay, so I want my beam width assumed. First of all, no, basically when it comes to design of structures, at the first stage you are meant to assume everything. It is after the design then you now see if that your assumed sizes of members are okay. If they're not okay, then you can go and increase. So right now I want to assume my beam, because this is a 60-story building, I want to assume my beam width to be 250 as my beam width. Okay, so right now I'm going to use, or let me choose 300 as my beam width. So I will choose 300 right now as my beam width, and I'll say enter, it means offset 150, enter, and I'll click here and offset here and offset, and I'll take off this one already because I already have a grid line at the center of this place, so I'll take it off right now. So this now becomes my beam. Okay, now I want my beam to support on each column, so I'll just trim it off here and trim this off here and off here. Now it is good to perform your framing before you can go and model on the software, because this will help you to understand the structure and how load are meant to transfer. Okay, so make sure you spend time on your framing very well. Okay, so I'll do this again right now by copying this here, and I'll copy this beam now, and I want to place another beam again. Let me just copy this right now. Okay, to place this now around this point here, I'll place that here, and I'll place another one here again. So basically I will have to place all my beams here and then here again. Okay, and then here again, and another one here again. Okay, now once I'm done right now placing my vertical beams, I will now begin to place my horizontal beams. Okay, so I'll come again right now, click enter, which is line, click this first point here, and I want my beam to run all the way down to this last point here. So I'll come to the last point here and then click here, and I'll offset my beam width right now 300, which is 150 here and 150 here. Okay, and I'll take this off immediately right now, and then trim off the ones that are entering into the columns. Trim this off, and this off, and off, and I'll do that right now for just all of them. Okay, so now I'm done. Now I'll just copy this my beam now. I'll copy it now onto all other places. Okay, so I'll copy it now from this point again, from this point of reference here. I'll copy it now onto, I want my beam to be placed here. I'll paste it here, and again also on this place here to be placed here. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can now see that I have placed my structural beams now, as you can see that. Now the next thing again right now is to now confirm if these panels are within the required area of panel as per EuroCode and also Bscode, Indian code, because I am using basically EuroCode for this structure. Okay, so right now to confirm that the code states that the area of a panel must not be more than 30 meters square area. So right now I'll check from this point to this point here. What's the dimension? This is 6 meters, and from here to here, what do I have? This is 8 meters. So 8 times 6, that's already more than 30 meters. Okay, square meter. So I'll have to do what? Provide an intermediate beams along this place here. Okay, and also along this one. Let me see this one. This other, I think this panel should be okay. From here to here is what? This is 4 meters, and then from here to here is what? This does 4 times 6, that gives us 24. So these ones are okay. This other ones here is okay. Here too is okay, and this other one here is okay because there's a lift here, and this is a staircase. So basically here is a void entirely. So let me just put here as a void since there's a staircase. So this beam will not cross this staircase. Let me just trim it off. This is a staircase, so staircase are always taken as void. So I'll trim this off here, clean this off from here, and also take this off right now. Okay, yes, and then there should be a beam here along this place here. Okay, there will be a beam here. Now, since this is a staircase right now, I'll not cross a beam along this place here because there's a cantilever beam along running here. So I'll put that later, and I'll take this off. I'll take this off. Let me take this off. This should go off, and also this should go off too. Okay, so there'll be a beam running here. Okay, and there'll be a beam running here. That's fine. So all these panels now are okay within the slab area, but this other one here is not okay. So I'll have to provide a what intermediate beam, or let me see, yes, basically around this place here. So I'll quickly go right now, click at this grid line here, and then click on the columns points here. But first of all, let me know the center point of this place here, because I want the beam to run at the center. So this is the center point here. So I'll quickly come here right now, click a line here, and copy this now, and copy all the beams around this place here. So I'll copy this beam now onto this place here. I'll copy it now from here to this point here. Okay, now this now serves as what? Intermediate beam. So all other beams now, all other beams except this one will carry wall. So let me just change the color now, because these beams here will not carry wall load, because this purpose of this beam was just to create what? To make sure that these panels are less than or not, or do not exceed what? 13 square area. So right now, quickly come here right now, then remove this. Sorry, not remove, change the color to, let me just choose yellow, so that I want that the red color beams are my major primary beams, while this other one here that is yellow is called secondary beam. Okay, so right now you can see that we have secondary beam now resting itself at the red beams, which are the primary beams. So I'll quickly go there right now, then extend this to support itself there, and do this. So basically, you are meant to spend time when you're performing your structural framing. Spend time, because if you don't spend time on that and you can't do your modeling, you'll be having issues on your modeling. Okay, so I'll put this right here now, and then do this also here and here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's perfect. That's good now. So you can see that we basically, let me take this off right now, and take this off also. I don't need that. Okay, let me bring this text downward a bit. Okay, that's fine. And then let me just keep this here. Okay, that's perfect. So right now, let me now go and model how these plates are going to look like. That side here, how my beams here are going to connect here. Okay, so again, I will have to create a line of beam here from this point here, from the column to come out here, to come out from here, and I'll offset what? I'll offset 300 as my beam width from here to here. That's fine. Then I'll do that again right now. So the beam right now flushes directly from the grid. So I'll place it like this. Okay, that's fine. And I'll do this again also on this other side again, from this point here, from the grid point here, all the way. Just keep it here first, and then offset 300 backward. Okay, backward. Okay, that's fine. And then I'll have to place a beam now to support itself on these two cantilever, because these two here right now are cantilever beams. So I'll have to place now a secondary beam along this place. So a beam should connect from this point here, basically from here, a line from here, a beam from here to here. Okay, and I'll have, let me place it where it's not well placed, so adjust it to the point here. Okay, that's fine. And I'll have to now offset 300, or I can use that one to be 250. Offset it from here down here. Okay, that's fine. And I'll have to do what again? Trim off this, and trim off this and this, and then this and this, and I'll extend this a bit all the way down here. That's fine. And I'll do this again right now. Trim off this, and trim off this here. Okay, that's fine. And this should go off, and this should go off here. Okay, so this one right now that is red here becomes basically a secondary beam that is resting on the both cantilever. So I'll turn it right now to yellow, and I'll have to okay, that's fine. Trim off this right now, trim off this again, and form a head secondary beam here by doing this like this. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it again right now again by trimming off the secondary beam from this point here. Trim again, and then close this up by primary beam. Okay, that's fine. So right now you can now see what I've just done so far right now. And then with this now, since this is a wall now, let me change this color to green, so that anywhere I see this green, I'll know that this is a structural wall, okay? Because this is a lift area, so this should be a reinforced wall, which is serving basically as a column. So I'll quickly do that right now by turning this right now, choosing the perfect color. Let me choose green and change the line width to like a column. Okay, that's fine. So once I see this one right here right now, I'll know that this is now a structural wall, which will have a close here. It will have a close around this place here. It will have a close from here to here. That's fine. Okay. So right now there will be a beam that can connect from this wall directly now, from this place all the way down and support itself here. Okay. Okay, and support itself again around this place here. Okay. Now that takes me now to now trim off this other one here and trim off this place here. Okay, so this is what they call structural framing. You're trying to frame your structure how the members are meant to be connected. Okay, so right now, okay, so I'll have to now confirm what is the length of this. So I'll confirm from here right now what is the length from this point of grid to the point of grid here to check this beam length along this place here. This gives me 7 meters, which is okay. Now since this beam right now, this beam here is supporting this beam here, so basically I'll have to make this beam, this other one, to be secondary beam 2, secondary here, secondary 2. Okay, because this beam length, let me see this beam length here, this beam length here from here to here, okay, it's quite long to take as cantilever, 2.7. I will not do that. Okay, so right now I cannot see what I've just done so far. Now I'll have to place another grid again for this beam here. So I'll just quickly right now create a center line for this. Okay, and I'll copy a grid line from this point, CP or CO, trace it down by track. Okay, copy from there and place this here, and then remove this immediately here. Okay, so with this now you can now see that I have done perfectly what they call structural framing. So these are how my columns are going to be placed, and also how my beams are to be placed. I basically like to use my column to be green. Let me just change to be green. Okay, yeah, I like green for column because green comes out a lot. Then I will change the color of the wall to, let me say blue. Yeah, blue. So let me just change my color of wall to blue and my color of my column to green, which I've just done so far. So I'll change this right now to blue. Okay, that's fine. So anywhere I see blue now, blue becomes my reinforcement concrete wall, which is the lift area. Now the green ones now become my column, okay, and the red ones becomes the primary beams, and the yellow ones here becomes the secondary beams. Okay, now since this is a staircase area, I'll have to form let me just change this now and use a void symbol for that. Let me just choose this other beams here, and then choose okay, white's okay. I have to form the void symbol. This is a void symbol for a structural symbol for void. So I'll use this right now to form a symbol for void, and void it like this. Void it this way. Click again. Okay. So whenever you see this kind of again, come here and then place this around here. Okay, that's fine. So whenever I see kind of symbol, this means for, so with that now I'll take off this staircase symbol that is here. So this now means that this is a void. Okay, so with this now, let me just let's say wall here. Let me just take this right now. Let me see, bring it out, order. Okay, that's fine. So as you can see now, this is now how to perform structural framing. I can see that I took you guys from this point here, all the way down to this point here. So this is how to perform your framing. So it is now this plan now that will now go and export to Protastructure. Okay, so now before you must export your drawing to 2022 Protastructure, after you're done with your GA, you must have to set your plan at origin, else your drawing will not appear fine on that place. Okay, so before you must import this plan to the software Protastructure 2022, you must set this drawing as origin. And how do you set a drawing at origin? You set it at origin by what? By simply typing line, enter, and then click what? So to put your drawing at origin, what you do, you type line, enter, and then you type what? 0, 0, and press enter, and then you will see that this line now will now show you the point of origin. So basically right now, this point that you're seeing here, where the line is where from is the origin point. So just click on anywhere first. Now once you click on anywhere here, this, and then press escape, this point here right now becomes our point of origin. So I have to move this is my plan now from this point now to the point of origin, and I'll come here and just keep the plan first around here, and I'll move this plan now, move it and pick a reference point. Let me pick a column point here. I'll pick from here right now, and I'll move it now to this point here, and then I'll now remove this line that is to like create my origin point. Okay, so with this now, this plan now becomes at the point of origin, which will appear perfectly on the software Protastructure. Okay, so right now that we have now set our plan on the point of origin, it is now time for to now export this plan to the software Protastructure. And to export your plan, your reading plan to the software, you must have to, you can see that we have different drawings here. You must have to save these drawings separately on its own, which is this one that we use for our framing. So by doing that right now, you have to select all the plan here, this plan here, and type W, enter, and then go ahead here and click at this point here, this dot space here, and then wait for it to now show you a place. I'll have to save it now. Let me save it on let me create a logo for that, a folder for that on my desktop. 16 Storey hotel building design. Okay, that's fine. So right now, I'll quickly come here right now, open this folder right now. Now to save it now, I'll have to do what? Type the name. I'll type 16 Storey hotel. Okay, hotel building this building design with what? Swimming pool pool top. Okay, that's fine. So right now, once you have done that right now, the next thing you do right now is to now do what? Choose your file type. Basically, it will keep it at what? DWG. So you must choose a DSF file format. So choose any of the DSF files. So I'll choose here right now 2018 DSF file, and then come here and then click on what? Save. And I'll come here right now and then do what? Click here, OK here. Okay, wait for it to download. Okay, so right now I'll now minimize here right now and then go to this place and find my file here. So now you can see that this is now the file, which is the 16 Storey building, which we have just done. I can see right now. So this is now the file that we will now export to what? To Protastructure. So right now you can now see how I walked you guys through from this very place here, and how we did the framing for this structure. So we are now entering the part 2 of the design of this 16-story building. So right now we are done with the part 1, which is now the structural framing of this 16-story hotel building having a swimming pool at the top. Okay, so watch out now for the part 2. Now, if this video finds you very, very useful and you have gained a lot from this video, I will say that you should please click on the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed to our channel. And if this is the first time you're coming to Ekidel, thank you so much and God bless you. Now, we attaches all our WhatsApp number to all our videos in case you want to ask questions about any of our services. Then you can be able to ask us from there, or also reach us from there. So, and also, if you're a student or colleagues, please share this video to your friends and colleagues so they can also know what to do about structural design. Okay, and then please give this video a thumbs up and then like this video. So thank you so much and God bless you. We'll love you, and then see you again in the next 2 days for the part 2 of this video, which will now begin for the what? For the modeling. Thank you so much and God bless you. Goodbye for now.